Sometimes the summer garden can be hot and overwhelming, but it is still full of beauty. And good smells. Mint. Yum. Now mints can be kind of invasive, so it always goes in a pot in your garden. Never put it in a garden bed because it can just take off and take over. But it's great to have in a pot somewhere like in your front porch like I do, where I can just brush by it every day and grab some and just take in the smell of the summer garden. Lemon balm. It's also one that's just amazing in the summer garden. I just love the garden. When you fill it with all the smells and the bees buzzing, and just take the time to appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna get on to my small step this morning. Now, if you are a local Dallas peep, Dallas, Texas, then remember that we have 2 short growing seasons interrupted by a hotter than hell period when there's not that much food coming out of the garden. So we're in this hotter than hell period, but it's a good time for planning. So get out your notebook, draw out your garden, and plan. What are you gonna have? You can do all your warm season things again for this short cool spell we're gonna have in fall. And you can start your fall winter crops. You can get a good harvest of fall crops, and then you can even move some beds into winter. So this is the time for planning, you guys. Get out your seeds, draw out your garden, and think about cooler temps and a beautiful fall garden. I will leave a planting list in the video description for the planting list that I use from North Haven Gardens. It tells when to start your seeds indoors and when to start seeds outdoors for your fall. There's a spring and then there's a fall planting list. So I'll leave that in the video description. So if you're a Dallas peep, get that and look forward to fall. One thing I am planting right now are zinnias, because they are truly the jewel of the summer garden in Texas, I think. And then also some little baby cosmos, because they can be beautiful above the flowers in the garden. I started these in my seed starter and bag just outside because in the garden it's pretty dry to get seeds started right in the garden. So yeah, start them in little pots or in seed starter, and then pop them into your summer border for a beautiful display of jewels. Hi you guys, my name is Dash and I am addicted to wood chips. There it is. I'm finally out there in the open. So I got another chip drop. I didn't think I was going to be allowed to get any more on my property because my neighbor, I used to have it dropped in between our houses, and my neighbor said he didn't want me to do that anymore. So I thought I won't get any more wood chips. Well then, my source called me and said, you've gotten wood chips before from Chip Drop, and how about we give you another load? And I said, well, the only place I've got is this really slanted driveway. And she said, send me a picture. I'll let you know if we can do it. So I sent her a picture, and sure enough, they did it. So I got some free wood chips right in the middle of summer when it's 100 degrees out. So yeah, part of my brain was saying, you can't say no to this. This is wood chips. I mean, these are so useful everywhere. I'm not the only one, right? Tell me I'm not the only one. It's like, wood chips, yes, bring it. And then the logical part of my brain is saying, you got a lot of harvest going on. You got a lot going on, girl. It's 100 degrees out. You might have a heat stroke trying to put down these wood chips. Yeah, there's that part of my brain. But guess which part won over? I know you guys can probably relate to that. So, yes, we have wood chips. So, a couple things I'm doing with this. putting it down in some bare spots in my garden. I constantly replenishing my garden so that weeds don't grow. And then the other thing I'm doing is, I'll show you. This is kind of my jungle on my side yard. Wish you could eat all this, but what I'm doing is making a path in the wilderness, you guys. I had wanted to do a swale here and then plant my fruit trees on the other side of that there to keep water on the property longer. But digging a swale by yourself, you guys, is really, really hard work. And there is nobody I can motivate on my property to do that work for me, and I don't have enough money to pay someone. So I'm just gonna do a pathway, and this is where the water comes in a torrential downpour off of the roof down to here. So, well, I'm not allowed to have a rain barrel because I'm on a corner and they don't want, it's unsightly, you know, to be seen from the street. So what I thought I could do is put some sort of rain catching entrapment and have it flow over to my pathway. So it would also make it a lot easier to get through this area when you have to walk around the house or when I have to walk out to water the fruit trees. So I would really like a pathway. It's kind of a jungle, stepping in it. My shoes come off and get lost, and yeah, it's kind of a knee-high jungle. So it's not perfect. It's not what I really wanted. I really wanted a nice deep swale that I could turn into a pathway, like fill up with wood chips and have the water like drain into there. But you know, hey, it's not perfect, but it's a beginning, and you know, maybe that'll happen someday. Just not today. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get busy. Whew, chip drop. Move my mountains. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Well, this is all for today, folks. I've made some headway here, but unfortunately, I've hardly made a dent in this. Oh well. Chip drop. It's a good thing, I guess. Really quickly, let me just tell you what foods you can expect to get out of your summer garden. Sweet potato greens is a great summer garden green, sauteed with eggs and a little bit of coconut cream. Yum. Unfortunately, there's been a rabbit living in my sweet potato greens, so they're being shaved off. So much competition for my food. We're also getting Ajvarski peppers. They're a street roasting pepper. I got them from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Yum. The very last of the cucumbers before they give up. Bell peppers. My eggplant is getting off to a slow start, but better late than never. I have a little accidental watermelon patch going on, which my son is thrilled about. Egyptian spinach is late getting up, but it's another great summer green. I need to thin this out. Believe it or not, I only need 2 plants. There we go. We'll go with those. Great summer green. Normally we have okra, and I had a lot of okra when I gardened at the community garden, but I haven't really found a good place for it here in the front yard garden. I've tried it several places and it just hasn't thrived. So anyway, that's okay. I have plenty of friends that have okra in their gardens, and about this time in summer, if you're willing to harvest okra for a gardener, you're their best friend, and they've had enough okra really for the season. So I think I will ask one of my friends at the community garden if I can come over and partake to make a really good okra gumbo. All right, those are the summer superstars. Let me see if I've forgotten anything. I think that's it. Figs are not quite ready yet, but they're coming along. Oh, and we can't forget ground cherries for dessert. I wanted to show you guys one other thing that is growing really well in the summer garden is purslane. I will harvest some of this and take it in and put it on a salad and put it in smoothies, and then the rest my rabbits love to eat. What it is though is a great living mulch. So it serves two purposes. I can eat it and it keeps the soil nicely covered. Let me show you my pepper bed. These peppers are thriving with this living mulch. We're gonna have a great batch of peach habanero sauce, dash de fuego this year. So it's getting a little big now, so I need to trim it back and go feed it to my rabbits and then let it grow out again. But it's keeping the soil really moist and providing that mulch that the plants need to keep their roots cool and moist. Description for seeds for purslane, and once you get started in your garden, it reseeds and it comes back every year. So it's super good for you, and it's some living mulch that you and your chickens can eat, and so it'll be in your eggs too. It's a good thing.